How about that?
Oh, we're moving it a touch. Yeah, we got to shift it this way. Set it up that thing there. Not so much a turn as a square. See? Yes, and you can pose and do you. Look at that. Look at that guy.
It's a cheese.
Yeah. What else is new? You're nothing but cheese. I think that microphone's working. Let's see here. That looks good. That looks good. Okay.
I can't do that eyebrow very good. I can do that.
Can you? You can do that one and that one, but not that other one?
Then my unibrow doesn't go up very well.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to tell you about your unibrow because I don't see it very connected. That's the whole. That's why your unibrow doesn't go up well. Yeah, it's not a unibrow. But as always, guys, welcome Karmic Transmission. Tonight it's a Monday. It's the Monday before.
You were going to say a number.
I was going to say a number. I'm giving up on the numbers.
Yeah, like you'd have to figure
the
out
numbers don't matter because we're going to keep doing this. It doesn't matter how many we do. Doesn't matter how long we do it. We're going to keep going. It's going to happen. It's a Monday night event.
It's our karma.
The Karmic Transmission. It's our action. It's our thing. What are you doing? Well, I did slide it forward a little bit to frame it in. Yeah, you can do that. So something like that. What gut? You can't see anything. It's all under the table there. The home slice.
And I turned it. You got to turn it.
Yeah, you fiddle with everything. You like to fiddle with it. Yeah, keep doing that. That looks great.
Yeah.
Okay. But as always, guys, Karmic Transmission coming at you on a Monday night here. We're in my house still. That's where we're at. That's where we do this thing.
Yeah, well, that's going to we're supposed to make this room look better, make it into more of a production savvy type thing. It'll happen someday.
It does. It'll happen. I have plans.
Yeah.
It comes together. Things.
Big dreams, big vision.
Life happens. That's the big one. Our karma happens.
Yeah.
Action. And, part of that is doing this right here. And when we do this, we can't. I guess we could film us building it.
Yeah.
That would be entertaining.
Yeah,
probably not.
We'll film it. And
Rex's plumber's crack isn't that attractive.
It's not that bad though. But we'll.
I've seen worse.
Well, but then I can make it into some 5-2 karmas and do some other posts. I saw you made your own Instagram.
You've got one, sort of.
No, I've got the karma one. Everybody yells at me and says you need to make a Rex one, and I got it. That's good.
This is the crazy part. We're trying to share life, guys. We're trying to talk about what we do day in, day out, and for a couple of schmucks like us, I don't usually find myself feeling that important with posting things.
Yeah.
So you have to almost go out of your way. It's kind of weird.
Well, it's yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, we're trying to get more active. We're trying to do things because the name of the game is selling. We want you guys to buy family food gifts with us.
Yeah, I heard a thing the other day where attention goes, action flows. So we need to start drawing attention to ourselves.
Bingo.
Because people think that they're not that important. That's what karma is about. Is you think that everybody's just living your life, but you know what? Everybody's life is special. It's got things going on and it has a story to tell.
Bingo.
And given the opportunity to take that out to the masses and give people a little bit of a boost in their own confidence to talk about their story is what we need to do, because it's just sharing the idea, sharing the thoughts, sharing our karma, because we can't escape it. No matter what you do, you can't get away.
You can't.
No.
You really can't.
Yeah.
But it's always the best place to find out what we're doing, what we're about. Check out our website, karmaincarnate.com. That's where you're going to buy a food gift. And anybody that hears this, I dare you, go to our website, check it out. There's a big old button that says Make Your Impact.
Yeah.
Click on it. Buy some food.
Yeah.
See what happens. Because that's where
that's an action. That's a hell of an action. Yeah.
And action is what we need in this day and age. We need people doing things.
Yeah.
And half the time it's not even doing something. It's just being the person that they are.
Bingo. That's the biggest thing of it is you don't need to take on new side hustles and new other crap. You just need to
be yourself.
Just to add a little something to your life that sacrifices and gives to the other people in the world. Communicate and contribute to the thing that we call life. And then you're living good karma.
Yeah. And then other than that, checks out social media, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. This is a Facebook Live is where we're doing this one right now. This is changed formats. It's probably going to adjust again a little bit more because we're trying to.
Didn't we do it on YouTube?
No, it used to be. Well, this is YouTube.
You said Facebook Live.
Oh, YouTube live. It's live.
Yeah.
It's
just
a
Zooms.
social media live. We did Zoom for a little while.
Zooming it.
We've done a couple of different things. Just any way that we can to share information, get people around, have people on with us. With our Zoom meetings, we had a lot of our agents on, which I had an idea. Got a plan of attack that I'm going to start funneling in to this. This right here.
What would that be? Let's hear it.
Well, it's so the whole idea is we've been talking about sharing. We want people to share what they do, even if it's just their everyday
The
hangings
most
out at
important
home.
thing that they do. Yeah,
Yeah.
their everyday
Yeah,
life.
their everyday life. That's the important part. And in any way that you can, you want to, whether it's social media, Twitter, whatever it is, however you want to, the best thing you can do is share. But for those people, so far, all the people we've had on in the past transmissions, and guys, go back. We've had a lot of people on. That's the crazy part. We've had some interesting folks on, but every single one of them is involved in karma.
Yeah.
And so what I need to start doing, I need to get better about. This is again, we're talking about things that we're going to improve, which is including space and everything else. But like for them coming on when we do the descriptors and all the stuff for that karmic transmission, we'll have it linked to their purchase page, so that if anybody wants to go, if anybody uses exactly, we're going to pump all of their stuff in there.
Collaboration.
Exactly, we're going to start cross promoting our people, even if they're not promoting themselves. Because like if you're going to come on here, I'm at least going to pump you up a little bit. I'm going to share what you are and what you're about.
Well, it takes some courage to come on and get in front of the masses and try to talk about anything, let alone your existence, your life, what you do, and oh God, that was my funny bone. Woo!
Nothing funny about it.
It was pretty damn funny. But it takes courage, and
it does.
Just like you're saying, buying a family food gift, stepping outside the comfort zone and doing what everybody always wants to do, which is find ways to help, charity. It's not our idea. That's all anybody ever talks about. The part that they have mixed up is they put the cart before the horse, and they think that they got to get theirs before they can start to contribute and give things away. And that's not how it works. It's you sacrifice and give, and then that makes it so that you live a life of abundance, because now you're no longer settled into the mindset of my needs before their needs.
Yeah.
Because there's no separation between the two. It's one and the same. It's what we call the happening or karma. And the second you realize that the more you give, the more you get, it's just wraps around. So, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the whole idea, is I need to start doing that and being more active on it, getting ahead of things a little bit more.
No,
because that's the catch, is if we start doing that cross promotion, they'll want to talk about it more. They'll want to share more of it, is the idea, right?
Yeah.
So because it's easier to get to their stuff. They're having to do minimal work. They just got to show up in most cases. Right. And that's also going to swing it back around and going back to some of the Zoom meetings and stuff like that. Because I think that having that option of meeting people in a medium that works for them, whether it's them being remote or them being here with us, whatever it is definitely a better option. And the live sessions, you can't really do a live session from two locations. So it means we've got to go back towards that, or a more traditional screen sharing methodology if we're going to do remote sessions. So, yeah, as I say, it's going to change. It's going to adapt and grow and be all kinds of fun stuff, because in the end,
as long as you let me come on and goof around a little bit and talk about the big visions and big dreams.
When have I ever not?
You think about it all the time. Every day he's like, that little bastard. What is he going to do now?
No,
why is he going to say it?
Here's the deal, right?
Uh-oh.
When you bring you on, you have to surrender and just be like, okay, it's going to be whatever he wants to do as he wants to do it.
That's not the truth.
No, that is exactly how it is.
Lord,
doesn't matter what plan anybody else might have. You're going to come on and you're going to be like, okay, we'll do it, but I'm going to do it my way.
Well,
and you can't argue me.
I'm arguing it. You say I can't, I can. I can argue it all day long.
There you go. See, you're going to do it your way. Just keep furthering my point here. So that's what I say. With you, it's just you bring you on and you get what you're going to get.
Well, it's because you can't stop a hurricane. You can wish it away, but it won't. Yeah. It's still going to keep going.
And have I ever said that I'm trying to stop a hurricane?
No, but I'm telling you,
I'm a little bit smarter than that usually. I just I'm going to let you do your thing. It's like when you dance. You ought to see Rex dance, by the way. This guy, it's like magic on.
Put the
It's
elbow
he
up.
is. He's gotten professional. He's getting his stance. Yeah.
It's a rumba deal because you
He's
got to hook the
practicing
elbow
with
in.
his teacher for a performance.
No, not yet. We're going to start maybe someday.
Mm.
But
So,
who
but
knows?
he's amazing at it.
No,
Just
no.
fantastic.
No,
Light
it's
is
the
air.
funnest thing in the world to do.
Light is air.
Because
But,
it's
but
just
that's
like
but
this.
that's how it is no matter
Yeah.
what. It's just what you expect from Mexico.
Well, dancing's karma in
Yeah.
action because there's no purpose to it. You're not dancing to get somewhere.
Mhm.
You're just doing it
You're
because
doing
it's
it
what
to
you
dance.
want to do. And that's how this business works best, is when you're doing what you're going to do just to do it. And then the fact that, you can try to combine that with helping the other people in the world find out that that's what they're here to do too. It's like, well, now you're just dealing with magic. So,
Mm.
but, who is this?
It's
Is
mom.
this mom? Oh
Yeah,
my
she
gosh.
thinks that you're gonna you think you can Tom Sawyer everybody into something.
Where-
He thinks a lot of things.
People, if it wasn't fun, they wouldn't do it in the first place. So that's why Tom Sawyer's brilliant, is because painting can be fun. You just got to frame it the right way.
Oh yeah. No.
No. So, but all this is fun.
Mhm.
We like to just get together and let people be what they are. Because I'm telling you, it's magic that there's a happening going on at all.
Period.
Period.
That's
the end.
That's the end all be all.
Yeah.
The fact, and this is the part
Then
that
you get to try to
and
bring
and
something out of it.
when you start to realize what you're doing,
Yeah.
the reason why you're going out and taking these actions and helping people is because you have that one recollection right there. This doesn't have to exist.
Yeah.
None of this has to be going on, guys.
Yeah.
Not one bit of it. But the fact that it is, and we can do this,
Yeah.
it's not only something to be grateful for, but it's something to be grateful enough to share with others and want to contribute to.
Yeah.
And that's really the karmic action in a nutshell, is what is existence
Yeah.
doing? It's trying to create and live and grow.
Yeah. You
So-
do you. You
Yeah.
help other people do them,
You do that, but
and
but-
just give it
but
away.
Give that with it.
Yeah,
Like,
give it away. Give it
Yeah.
all away, because you're not going to be able to keep it.
no,
No matter what it is, life, it's
bingo.
it's constantly
So-
moving, constantly changing.
So more
you
than
gotta just
anything,
get after it and give it away.
yeah, you dive in, you give it away, and you can try to contribute in a way that hopefully does more good
Yeah.
than not. Because that's the idea, is just do no harm, keep it moving forward.
Well, yeah, think that I do no harm.
Huh?
I smush bugs.
Well, sometimes when
Yeah.
they get in your way. I've also seen you pick spiders up and carry them outside and let them go.
Well, that's if they're not the freaky ones.
Yeah. So
If they're not in
it's
the way.
it's all
Like-
relative.
Cobra guy.
Yeah.
If you guys
Cobra
saw
guy
that
got in
video,
your way.
watch that, check that video out, share that one. He's a hell of a dude.
Mhm.
If he gets on here again, I will fight him to the death.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe not to the death. It may be just to, maybe to the end of the block. I'll fight him
They're
that
gonna
far.
fight until they're both slightly winded, and
Well-
then they're gonna
Well, like
sit
I'm
down.
saying, he's totally a Terry Silver. He's got the hairdo. Who's bald in Cobra Kai? Is there any guys balding? A balding ninja master? Because Ralph Macchio isn't. He's got a full head of hair like
I
a Ken
don't.
doll.
There could be. We're 2 seasons behind.
Yeah,
There could
that's
be
true.
by now.
That's true. Ralph Macchio.
Yeah.
I believe it's pronounced Macchio. Yeah. Conan O'Brien's buddy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Then he has Ralph Macchio get on and be like, no, it's Macchio.
Machio.
It's like, well,
Well, the best is when he's like, when you guys were in Okinawa, it was Hawaii.
he's like, we filmed it in Hawaii. I'm like, well, prove me wrong, Macchio.
Machio.
But yeah. So, like I said, check out those videos. Watch them. Subscribe to them. Watch
Yeah.
them, because that's, like I'm saying, attention. I'm gonna start
That's-
getting some attention. Jake's building his own Instagram. I'm gonna have to do one to start
Well,
hollering
this
at
is-
everybody.
It's a completely different thing. I'm trying to figure out what social media is, because Instagram, I don't know. None of this stuff makes any sense to me.
It
Not
makes total sense.
Not a single bit of it makes any sense to me.
It makes
other than
total
I've gotta
sense
try
that
to
it's
do
just-
something with it.
Living another life in another
I guess.
plane of existence.
Mm.
Think about that for a minute. 3 dimensions, but then all of a sudden you add yourself to a digital one. It's like, holy hell. How many different, it's another dimension. completely and totally social media. It's a whole nother world where people are building and framing their existence in any way that they want to choose and see fit. And it's just like when your private life versus your public life.
Yeah. Yeah.
There are all these different characters that you can play.
Mm.
And that's nuts to me. And that's what I mean by it's like it's an untangible reality. So it's up to you to make it what you want to be.
But that's just it right there. Is I've never wanted to be anything other than me. And that's the part. Is it's like, okay, so how do you express that in such a finite?
Well, here's the kick in the pants. Is that you are, when you go over to Dad's house, you're a different Jake than you are when you're at your own house. When you're Jake the bank man, you're the character, the personality, the things, the way you interact with people. That's what I mean. Is it's like you can't escape the fact that every interaction breaks itself down and gets
to that singular interaction
into a singularity.
Yeah,
but then it all adds up and consists of the whole. But what's so fun about that is that it makes it so that you can take singularities and create an overall composition that we call karma. And that's what we mean by like not changing and taking on more than what you already are, but just adding, the simple action of feeding other people to it. So it's mind blowing. And then social media just doubled that down. Because like you're saying, there's how many different platforms that you get to do. And then you need to do all of them, apparently, to get the attention. Because where attention goes, action goes, So that's what and then it's just a nuts thing that so, yeah.
See, but therein lies, I guess, my inherent issue with it is because I don't want personas and
you can't avoid it.
And
you're doing one right now.
Am I?
Yeah.
How?
Because we don't sit and talk like this when we're not on the camera.
No. This whole thing is a little bit awkward considering what it is. But that doesn't change how like
we're pretty damn close. There's a little bit of teasing and guff given, but not as much.
No, the tone and things like that might be a little bit different, but that doesn't change the character itself.
Well, I would beg to differ.
How so?
Because if you're completely changing your tone,
I'm not completely changing my
what would an actor call that except for a different character?
No, a different character is like Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man versus Robert Downey Jr. in like.
Oh, he looks exactly the same. He sounds exactly the same. Just the words and the way that he phrases it might change a little bit. But but the big thing about all the major huge characters and the big actors are you're not going to see Iron Man.
Yeah.
It's Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man.
Yeah.
That's how come Sean Connery as
James
Wayne.
Bond,
John Wayne, Harrison Ford. That's how come or else you just get a new actor for every single one.
No,
you see what I'm saying? But slight little changes make the character. Because Indiana Jones versus, what's his Millennium Falcon?
Oh, Han Solo.
Han Solo. How the hell could you forget Han Solo?
I don't know.
Yeah, completely different characters, but so similar that you want to. It just makes you want to puke. But like I'm meaning is that goes on in every aspect. When I'm dancing, I'm a different dink than I am when I'm on here giving it a think. So that needs to be a catchphrase. Put that on a shirt. I'm a different dink when I'm.
Here's the thing.
Whether
you're dancing or thinking, you're always a dink.
Oh, here it comes.
That's
both here.
I would have to say the same about me.
Oh yeah.
Because to me, it doesn't matter if
Let's rephrase it so it doesn't sound like I just called you a son of a bitch.
Called you a dink.
Okay.
That's all. You called yourself a dink first.
Well, that's me.
All I did is I took your same comment and flipped the words into a different order.
Flip the dinkage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put the dink at the end.
Robert Dinklage.
Yeah.
That's not his name. What's his name? He's in Game of Thrones.
What is his name?
Dog of Bones.
Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage.
Yep.
Yeah. That's it.
He was also the giant dwarf. And
what's so funny about that is they're both euphemisms for Peter and Dinklage. Like his parents were kind of not the nicest of people, I think.
His parents were dinks.
Well, dinklages.
Yeah.
So if you're out there, Peter, heads up,
Hey,
we're gonna have
hey,
some
not
stuff.
just-
I'm sure he hasn't had that.
Oh,
done
I know, the
a
guy's,
million times.
he's older than us, he's got to have heard that at least once in his life. And if he hasn't, well then, sorry that this is the first time you're hearing it, but hopefully you're laughing too.
If he's hearing it,
Yeah,
then we're getting some
yeah,
attention.
then we're getting what we need. We need
We're growing wings.
because what we're trying to do is we're trying to feed people.
Yeah.
And if we got to tease and laugh and joke about people in order to get people fed, well,
That's
what you do sometimes.
yeah. Well, like I was saying, attention. It's
Attention,
gaining people to know, just to know what the hell we're talking about.
Yeah.
Know that we're here, because that's one of the biggest issues that we have is that, like you're saying, people tend to think that they're not important, and that includes us, to the point that they don't even realize that you exist. And the thing that's so great about karma is that nobody can escape it. We all exist. So the more you push out your karma and let it be known, the greater you have the ability to make an impact in the world in which we're trying to build these characters in. And then it just snowballs, And so if we combine that in a group effort with a singular goal, then all of a sudden you change the fabric that we call reality. And that's what we're doing in karma. That's why it's bringing it to life, is because we've all thought it, we all want it, we all talk about it, we all crave it. It's just, who's got the courage to step up and take action. And like Jake says, feed some people, do something outside your comfort zone, sacrifice a bit of what you've earned to give light to the world. It's say it in the challenge video, light attracts light, and the more you get, the more you see. And so congregate, group together, find new ways to talk about what makes us all special, and hammer it home. And then when they ask, well, why would you do that? And be like, well, why? To feed people, to hang, whatever. You pick your reason, to tap dance, to smile, to laugh, but we've got one concise thing that we're going to aim for, and that's feeding people. Mm-hmm. And so how you do that is you give resources to where they're needed. So that seems easy enough.
Yeah.
And for $10 a month, for $25 a month, out of your life, what the hell can you buy for $10 nowadays? That barely gets you a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
One cheeseburger for you.
Combo meal at McDonald's is more than that.
Yeah, and here we are, sacrificing that one combo meal, putting it into something like karma where people can use it and give to what we call charity, but it's charity with teeth, because it's we're giving a bigger percentage and making sure you know exactly where it's going, and trying to make sure that people understand that their action isn't just going into the ether, that it has repercussions, because there is no, action without reaction. And that's the thing that's always drove me nuts about the idea with charities. People like to think that they can just give and wash your hands of it and walk away, but still want to get the accolades. And it's like those accolades are the repercussions, And so if you're telling some song and dance that, oh, I don't really want nothing, but please praise me for doing this charitable act, then all what you're doing is being a real dinklage.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's a good way of putting it too.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's how about we just come forward with it from the very beginning and say, no, this is my karma, this is my action, this is my business, this is what I do. Mm-hmm. And so that gives me the ability to look people dead in the eye and tell them, we're not trying to do anything except for help people. Mm-hmm. And the more that I can help, and then maybe you'll understand that you have that ability to do the same thing. We combine those together and it just compounds, and all of a sudden, we're talking about new ways and new things that we have to help, because we're not here to change the world. I just mixed that up. We're not here to save the world. We're here to change it, because it doesn't need saving. It's the happening, and it's the way it is. Never seen a non-perfect cloud. I wouldn't try to do it, but doesn't mean I can't make pictures with it and say, oh, that one's a bunny, or, so we're going to do that with people, and, and that kind of stuff. See, am I not, you're telling me this isn't what you wanted to talk about?
Huh?
Is that what you're trying to get across to me? Is that
I had no plan.
I come in and
it just lets you talk, and air gets filled.
It does get filled.
Yeah, because it's all just
full of hot air.
Well, no, it's not that you're full of hot air. It's just you have so many things rattling around in here that you want to get out. And typically, it's not just that you want to get them out. You want to get them out in a way that can try to be provocative and controversial to people. Because what you want is, you've said it time and time again, is you want to have an interactive audience.
You want to have the chance to go into a lecture hall face to face with people and then have them tell you where you're wrong so you can then
Well, that's
then
how
talk around. I know.
you learn.
That's what you're wanting to do.
Well, that's
And so
how I
I'm-
understand and grow, and how I can try to figure out if what I'm saying is full of shit is if you
Yeah.
say, "Hey, you're full of shit."
Yeah.
And so then it creates that.
Yeah, you have an actual dialogue because
Well,
that's
not
what
even
you're
a
trying
dialogue.
to build
It's
towards.
that action. It's
Mhm.
the friction.
Yeah.
You know, screaming into the emptiness is you're 100% right every single time.
Yeah.
But when you know, but you know, I would like to hope and think that I'm not just saying, you know, I hope that it's not just provocative, but maybe a little bit like, you know, eloquent, maybe a little bit to some degree of that, maybe something that sounds good.
Oh, I've never once commented on the words that you say.
Well, and not only, but the
your
story
vocab
that's
and
told.
rhetoric is fantastic.
I would hope that
I would
maybe.
never say otherwise, but it's just, here's the deal. Is to say, hey, Rex, I want you to talk about this.
Yeah.
You're not going to talk about this.
Yeah,
You're going to
good
talk about everything but that thing that
That's-
somebody tells you to talk about.
It's because it's all the
Because-
same.
Well, no, it's because you've got a better thing that you want to talk about.
No, it's
That's
not
what you're
better.
doing.
It's. I'm not kidding. It's all the same. You know, if you want to talk about spirituality, then bring it back to nature. If you want to talk about nature, take it to a spiritual level
Mhm.
because they are inseparable.
Yeah.
Fronts and backs never exist without each other.
Mhm.
So it doesn't matter what the conversation is. It all comes back to karma. It all comes back to what's the happening and what's the action.
Yeah.
So
So,
you know,
but here's the deal: is to be like, hey, what should I ask Rex? I don't know, because if I ask him anything, I'll ask him about spirituality. He'll talk to high finance because that's what he was doing the last 10 minutes.
yeah,
It's
well,
so
it's the same damn
they're-
thing.
Well, that's great, but that other than bringing you on and letting you talk, what else should I do?
Ask me about finance. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Ask you anything.
Ask the world for why it is, and it's going to come back and say, well, what the hell are you to ask me? What are you?
Why does Positrack work?
Yeah,
Rex?
because it just
does.
Speaking of 4th of July,
Yeah,
like that's tomorrow.
I know, right?
Posy track, you know, it's like fireworks. It's like
It's just like
I only like snakes and
snakes and
sparklers.
sparklers.
Yeah, what's Joe Dirt?
Yeah, Joe Dirt. That's gonna
Watch
have to
that, check
now.
that
That's
out.
That's a great one to watch
Yeah.
on a 4th of July
Yeah, any of them.
because it's fun. And talk about karma. That whole movie is
Yeah.
nothing but that guy's karma because what does he do? He shares his life and life
changes
turns around
people's
for him.
life around them.
That's just it. It
Builds and
changes
creates and
everyone's
generates
life
something
around.
amazing.
You see every impact that he made and
Yeah.
how it helped others before it helped him.
Yeah, life's a garden. Dig it, make it work for you.
Yeah, that's right.
That's another.
That's a
another
great
thing.
Joe Dirt one.
Yeah.
So
Good.
because but that's why I say it's just
4th of July.
4th of July.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
that's nuts.
Over the 7th month means half of the year is already gone.
Yeah.
It's insane. Absolutely insane. This is actually one of the reasons why I gave up on numbering karmic trends. They go too fast.
Yeah.
I can't even remember what month, it's just they click.
Yeah, they do.
You know.
They get
But the
screaming.
important part is having the action. It's being on here every Monday night to talk about whatever, whenever, however, with whoever, or just let them talk however they want.
No,
And then you just you let it go. And
don't act like you don't like it. Just kidding.
oh, I never said I
See?
wasn't impressed.
There it is.
I just let it run.
Don't act like you're not impressed. What's that on?
That one's on
This is the movie roundup review.
Anchorman.
Anchorman.
It's the pleats and the pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you So we have the new Indiana Jones has just come out. We will have to go see that. We'll have to get Ayami and go see that. I'm sure she's probably gone and seen it. She goes and watches all of our movies. And
I don't know. I hit her up, or I should say, she messaged me on Sunday saying Happy 4th and all that stuff, and I said the same back, and then I asked her what she had going on tomorrow night. She never got back to me. So, because I was going to see about having her come over to have some pulled pork sandwiches and
Yeah.
hang around a little bit.
Well, like we're
So-
saying, life gets screaming, and before you know it,
Yeah.
we've got a trip coming up in October. We've got all kinds of stuff happening. We got life just gets screaming. But with Indiana Jones, I don't know a bigger fan of Indy than Ayame.
Jeremy.
Well, yeah, that's true. Jeremy.
I would put Jeremy's just a nose.
And I don't know
Just-
if it's a bigger fan or just that he wants to be. And
You know what? Here's the thing. I actually don't know if I can even say that anymore. I don't know. I haven't seen Jeremy in almost 2 years now.
yeah, if you're out there,
So
The Jeremy or Miss
Um,
Betty, love you.
Yeah,
You're living
Jeremy,
life to the
Ayame,
fullest.
if you guys see this, we love you the hell out of you guys. We miss
Yeah.
you guys. Hope to see you again soon.
They don't miss
Because-
me because apparently I just talk too much.
No, that's what I say. I'm sure they say other things. But
No,
we have to see in person.
But like Jeremy, yeah, he was quite the.
Oh yeah.
But it doesn't hurt when you're like 6'4" with fantastic hair and look good in a fedora. Like I would probably be Indiana Jones then too.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh,
But
he
I did
definitely-
dress like a cowboy
The
this last
look
week.
worked for him. I know. I need to see the pictures.
There's not a picture.
No, there should be.
I've got one
Like
on my phone.
Rex
video.
went western or country
Two-stepping.
two-stepping. He was
Two-stepping.
cowboy two-stepping.
Yeah.
Hooey.
Yeah.
He went out there with his shit kickers and his cowboy hat.
20-gallon hat. It was a big monster. You know.
20-gallon hat.
Yeah.
It was like 3.5.
It was a 20-galloner.
Yeah.
That thing was a
20.
monster.
Mm.
And I'm telling you,
Yeah.
everybody's like,
20.
you really look like a cowboy. I'm like, this is a borrowed shirt, a borrowed hat. Everything about me is non-cowboy.
And then he danced.
Then yeah.
And
all of a
when he
sudden the
danced, they
two-step-
went, "Well, you look like a cowboy, but you
Sure
sure
do."
dance like a city folk."
Yeah, that's the truth. There's a lot of things I do like a city folk. So, you know, like drive like one. You should see me driving.
You just drive like an old man.
I do. I really do. I was gonna say that I'm quite impressive and fast, but that's a total lie. I'm an old guy.
Dad, now Dad's the lead foot. I drive like him. I won't lie about it. Yeah, but Dad drives worse than I do. He's more lead footed.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. That's what I'd say too.
Yeah. You do say it because he is more lead footed than you.
Than me.
Yeah.
We're talking about you. They're Cadillac Jackie on cruise control.
Oh.
Life set at 95 in the slow lane.
Yeah.
I'm telling
You
you,
got shit to do. You got to get going.
these guys.
Get after it.
If you want a good forearm exercise, right, squeezing them. It's
Not true.
me. I'm a
He
floater.
wishes.
I do this down the road.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah. Like
drive by braille.
He drives like he talks. Keep him on topic. No. It's gonna do this. It's gonna go where he wants it to go the whole way there.
Well, hey, it's my road, baby. You know where we're going. We don't need roads.
Well,
I said that in the video. Well, I didn't say that. I had old Ronnie Reagan say that in that
Mhm.
Tesla coil video that I don't know
Yeah.
where it is. I'd love to find that and finish that project someday.
it's on a hard drive.
It's on a hard drive. That was fun. Because that was, that was like 8 years ago. And talking about what we were talking about just today is how universal an idea it was. So the whole premise of the idea was to like get other people that have lived in this world expressing the same things that we're talking about right here to build and talk about karma
Mhm.
and chop and put it together and tie it with the space launches. And it was a cool video. And it's going to have some stuff, you know, things with zippers and zaps and zippity doo-dahs. I'm telling you, but what's cool, what's good about that is that it shows the consistency.
Mhm.
You know, one thing that people wonder and go, well, why is this, you know, why have you done it for so long and what's, because before you feel comfortable taking it in front of everybody else and trying to demand them to make slight changes in their life, you got to be sure and understand what you're willing to do. And that's one thing with it is that, you know, no one can ever say that we aren't consistent and haven't lived up to what we're going to do, even in the most small and basic of you know, of settings. It's been a consistent draw of energy, time, and resources that we give happily every single month, every single day to try to bring karma to life. And, you know, that's in, so then to ask people to contribute just $10, $25, $50, whatever you can a month to an idea like that, you know, it helps give it credence, if that's the right word, not credence.
Credibility.
Credibility, there's the word.
Probably.
That you know, that we're willing to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars in our 20s and then into our 30s building and trying to chase something that most people would only, you know, dream about or are too afraid to even talk about out loud. But when their deepest, darkest moments wish and wonder why the heck can't they make something and do something amazing? And it's like, it's just because you're saying it in your quiet and deep, dark moments. You need to have the courage to say it in front of everybody else, and it'll catch like wildfire. Because it's not our idea, or our idea. It's our idea. You know, it's the function of the cosmos taking place right here, right now. So say it out loud. Have the courage. Take a step. Do something amazing, and show the world exactly who and what you really are. Because all you need to do is remember, you can't awaken to yourself because you've already woke up. You just need to remember what the hell you are, because that's what they that's a nitpick thing for me. That drives me nuts. People awakening as though they were asleep. No, you just forgot.
Yeah.
When you were a toddler, when you were born, you knew exactly what the hell we are. It's just people try to take it away and get you locked into the motions of living and being what we are. But you need to just remember that you're the exact prime directive of the cosmos, of the universe, in the spot that you call yourself. And there's nothing that's more potentially earth-shattering than that, because that's what the Earth's made of, is a whole bunch of little specks, and you're one of them. So don't forget that you're the sum total of what's happening right there. And power. Take action. Grab it by the horns and rustle it down.
Mm-hmm.
So Mom said something again. Add a British flag on your butt. Oh, that's the other deal. Yeah, I was dressed like a cowboy.
Oh.
I had a hat.
Yeah.
Borrowed shirt, jeans with a British flag on them because they're called English cut. So
English laundry.
Yeah. So it's like, I was the part that if they would have taken a closer look, they'd have kicked me out. But like, he's a Russian spy. And he's like, yes, hello.
Yeah, that's how you look.
Yeah, but
You think they were looking at the tags on everything? No.
Okay.
If they were looking at the tags, they would have been much more surprised, because you've also got Hawaiian shoes. Oh, you were probably not wearing.
I was wearing boots.
Cowboy boots.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
Yeah. I did. Oh, I do own a pair of boots. But those were for horseback riding.
Mm-hmm.
And Dad gave them to me like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they just get the job
it's
done.
just there. So I was like, but yeah, my jeans, is Martin, he's the guy that owns the dance studio. Awesome guy. He's like, everybody wear cowboy boots and jeans and a cowboy shirt and a big white hat. And so I just check, borrowed everything, showed up, and everybody was like, you look like a real cowboy. You must be a real cowboy. It was like, no.
Mm-hmm.
Am I not probably one of the farthest things from a cowboy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
because I grew up in the city, and all my cousins, everybody else is a cowboy, and it drives me nuts. Because it's like, where did you get that from?
but here's the deal. When we were like kids, little, 5, 6, through that, like into elementary school,
Sure.
Mom and Dad always did dress us up in Western.
It's because
crap.
he's a cowboy.
Well, I know,
But
I'm just saying.
it's the city
So
cowboy.
here's the deal. You at least know how to be comfortable wearing those things.
I don't know about comfortable.
Now to say that could affect you 30 years later, that argument might or might not hold up. But you could look very comfortable wearing your cowboy clothes.
Dude,
or actually,
that shirt was polyester too.
I know.
So I was just so wetting like a whore in church.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, like.
I don't.
Even Martin walked up. He's like, "That's poly. Jeez, I bet you're hot."
I don't
like,
envy
yeah,
you.
man.
I don't envy you. You're getting.
No, but I have double snaps on it. Beep, beep, beep. It was a total cowboy shirt.
You were cowboyed up.
Yeah.
It's the cowboy way.
Well, and gosh, I forget his name. There's a Christian. There's a guy there named Christian. Hell of a dancer. He's another teacher there, and they were asking him why he wasn't. He's like, I ride a Harley. And I was like, yeah, there's a song about that. On a still horse I ride. It's Bon Jovi. So that's me.
You should show.
They don't have a brain, like you're saying. They don't have a brain to think. So it's just like a conversation. I can control it. A Harley I can get on and rev it when I want. And the horse, it's like, you can't. I can't whisper to a horse. Hey, don't bump me off. Hey, no way.
You could.
I could, but then people would know that I'm crazy.
Yeah.
Like they don't already know.
Yeah. We're right here. We're doing this. We've got to be a little bit of crazy.
I'm telling you, when you sit back like that, too, you make me look some.
What are you talking about?
Now I look smaller than you. Now I look bigger than you. See, that's
Well, a big part of it is that I'm shifted it back and away on the camera this way too.
I lean that way.
What are you trying to do?
Nothing. It's just my beard's getting thicker. That's something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just confused by what you're trying to do with your camera.
Just talking.
Here.
I'm just trying to frame it like,
Okay.
you know, frame it like Jeff Bayman. That's the name I made up.
You make up a lot.
Like Tom Gugliak in the algorithm.
You know, that's another karmic transmission. You should go back and
Yeah,
watch
check that one out.
That's the one thing with all of it, and biggest thing behind all of our channel, everything behind the Karmic Incarnate channels, the Facebooks, the YouTube, the Twitters. You know, whether or not we've got our own personal Instagrams or whatever, our lives have been on display for over 10 years.
It's coming at
Just
you.
showing people things to do.
Yeah.
You know, ways to contribute, and goof around, and have a good time. Just try to be a good person.
Well,
You know?
and like we're saying, it's the proof in the pudding.
Yeah.
That if you turn the camera on and film your interactions every day, you'd scare yourself.
Yeah.
It's like people,
It's
write a book about what you've done, and you would
you'd be
genuinely
amazed.
shit down
You
both
would
legs
absolutely be amazed.
at about how many lives, how many characters, how many things you've done
Mhm.
to try to go out in this world and interact.
Mhm.
And even the ones that are like, well, I don't do anything but sit at home. It's like, yeah, well, film that
Mhm.
and see who you're talking to. Even when you're
Watch
talking to
just
yourself.
how much.
And that's where it's like, look, it's life happening right here, right now. Couple that with a little bit of a direction, a little bit of a purpose, a little bit of a goal, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, you're generating and creating something that people will feel and resonate forever. And that's immortality. And what has the universe been chasing but that since the beginning of the Big Bang? It happens once, boom, and then it's like it's gonna just keep creating existence forever, because it's like, well, if I stop, then it's over.
Mhm.
And that's what we're a function of.
That is all for naught.
Yeah, and it's like, well, if it never goes away, but that's what's so fun with it, is that
Mhm.
in a world of finite energy, we've got infinite possibility. So it's like, holy hell, spread it, talk about it, give it a go, get your karma out there. Yeah. See, that sounds pretty good in my ears.
Hmm?
You say I just sit and feel air, but it's good air.
I never once said it was bad air.
Well, I've had bad air.
Well,
Today
you have a lot of bad air.
Today at the shop, like we go and we eat lunch and we come back, and Dad and Uncle Ted were sitting in his little office, and holy shit,
Yeah, I believe
you
it.
want to talk about bad air? I'm like, turn the fan on, for hell's sake! And
That's when you
I
close the
love
door
them
and lock
dearly,
them in there.
but those two are sitting in that room trying to outdo each other. It's a, and the best part is whenever, heaven forbid, which never happens except for one, for some reason they seem to shit in my pants every now and then. And it's like, what happened? How did that happen?
Oh yeah.
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 So I say to them, like, you just shit in my pants. And they
You
give me the
use
go.
that one all over the place.
It's
Don't
because
you
it's
use
the
that?
truth.
I know.
I'm Mary Poppins. I'm practically perfect in every way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Doing great.
I'm trying. So, what are you going to do for 4th of July, Jackie?
I don't know, Rexy boy.
You're lying.
I'm hanging out here. I'm smoking a pork butt, and that's like about it.
Smoking a pork butt. Is that
Yeah.
slang for something weird? What's that mean?
It means I'm smoking a pork butt.
That's slang for
Yeah.
something.
Okay. This guy, he knows exactly what it means. He's just trying to.
Elaborate. What are you doing
Innuendo.
to said pork butt?
Huh? I'm gonna throw it on the smoker. What, you want me to describe the prep process? and
Yeah, because
everything?
it's something different.
Well, it ain't that different. A lot of people do it.
Do what?
Soak it
In
sodas and drinks and beverages. I'm making Rexy Boy a Dr. Pepper pulled pork.
Oh,
Is
there
what
we
I'm
go. That's interesting.
Not really.
It's pretty interesting.
It's just it's a smoked pork butt, man.
That's been sitting in Dr. Pepper.
I need to go pull it out and season it. Actually, that's what I'm doing after
What
this.
seasonings are you gonna? Are you gonna separate them like I told you to do last time?
I ain't telling you anything about what I'm doing.
Yeah, right.
You're just gonna have to show up and eat it. Did you talk to Karen about moving your piano lesson?
Yes, I did. It's
Yeah.
gonna be at 2 p.m.
Ooh.
So that way we can get that done.
2 p.m.
2 in the Pimsizzle.
2 in the Pimsels, huh?
Yeah.
Well, then you'll be back in time to smoke for full court.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
It'll be
I
good.
need to. I actually. There's a couple of things to go. Yeah, it's gonna be a smoked. It'll be a pulled pork for Rexy boy. It'll be good. I wanted to do it. The Dr. Pepper is an excuse for him to choke it down.
I won't choke it. It's
If it
I'll
doesn't
eat
have
it.
Dr. Pepper in it or with it, he's not gonna have it. So
yeah, I'll eat everything.
yeah.
He cooks all kinds of stuff, but I usually help with the dishes. Speaking of, Megan got after me that one time at dance lessons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's like, you at least ought to help clean up. I'm like,
Yay! It's like I've told you, Rex. You always do more than your fair share.
no,
Yeah.
no,
You know.
it's necessary, but we're not doing fireworks. We didn't buy anything that
I'm not
night.
doing. I got the dog. I'm not gonna scare the dog with fireworks.
Doggone it.
Did you want to do fireworks?
I was gonna buy fireworks and light them off right in his nose. Don't think I'm really gonna do that. People are watching this. They're gonna be like, cancel that SOB. He's a dog abuser. No, I just beat him up is all. So that's not true. I like the dog. He's okay, but
I'm just looking, seeing.
he's looking.
Yeah.
So,
It looked like there was another message came in, but there wasn't.
but yeah, I'm not joking, man. My beard's gotten thick again. A year and a half ago,
You burned it.
I burned my beard.
You burned it.
And it was always weak on this one side, and it's finally started to come
It's
back.
really, he just has a weak chin.
Yeah. What do you do?
You grow a beard.
Yeah, you grow a beard.
Yeah. That's says the bearded guys.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, Jackie boy, I'm excited for the pork butt. I'm excited for the 4th of July. I'm
Me
excited
too.
to celebrate the fact that a crazy group of ragtags got together a couple of 100 years ago and decided that they were going to take destiny into their own hands and start to create their own karma that then led to the ability for us to sit and talk about crazy stuff like this live on the internet, doing stuff that people would only dream of, that they couldn't have even dreamed of back then. That's how you can, that's karma in action. That's what we're talking about, is it doesn't take a whole lot. It just takes the courage to stand up and say that you want something a little different. You want something to go,
Yeah. You're ready for a change.
yeah, you're ready for
And to
something.
take action to have it.
And they took they signed the documents themselves. It wasn't that they went out and tried to force change on everybody else.
Yeah. They didn't tell everybody,
Took it
hey, you
upon
guys do
themselves.
this and then we'll take care of the rest.
Yeah.
It was,
And
we're going to do something. And the bigger thing that,
so,
the biggest part of all this, like we talked about from the beginning of all of this, is never sell your action short, because it doesn't take a lot.
Yeah.
3% of the population of the American colonies is what started the Revolutionary War.
yeah,
3%. That's nothing. That is so, we pay 4% commissions, 8% commissions. Like,
yeah. That's
we're talking
great. There you go.
3% of a population had the ability, that's an email pop-up, it's nothing worth looking at, but they had the ability to literally change the outcome of the world.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, 3%, and
Yeah.
a $10 family food gift. What percentage is that of most people's income?
Yeah.
Of the base income.
Yeah, pennies.
Well,
It's a fraction of a fraction of a percent for most people.
Yeah, small percentages
Yeah.
consistently done over and over
0.3%
again have
maybe.
the possibility to create massive change.
So
It's that old adage that we used to talk about with it too, is, like they always say, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And we're like, so how about you just invite 10,000 friends and make them
we
all,
all take a bite.
then nobody's feeling a little oogie after.
Nobody's
Too
feeling
full.
oogie. Everybody's had something to eat. The mess,
The only-
the elephant
the only-
is gone.
The only shit, I was going to say, is the only one having a bad day is the elephant. But, but it's just a metaphor. Don't cancel us for that.
If you guys don't like metaphors, then
Can't cancel freedom.
yeah,
And it's the 4th of July. So,
that's exactly right. But that's why don't sell your
Don't
impact
sell it
short.
short.
Don't sell your
Yeah.
your chance to change the world
Remember who
short,
you
because it happens in every interaction.
Yeah.
And so why not start one more?
Yeah.
Buy food for people. Go to our website. Buy a
hang out
family
with a
food.
couple of goofballs.
Come
and
see
try to-
us. Yeah.
Try to find a way to say, hey, you know what? If I can't step up and fill the air with what needs to be said, then watch this video that these dinklages made.
Mhm.
And then that they might say just a fraction of what I feel in my heart because it's all the same idea.
Yeah.
And that's the best part about it is that it's a united effort because like I said, it's fronts and backs. You can't escape each other.
Yeah.
So your action is my action and vice versa. It creates what we call
Mhm.
reality. So, just enjoy it and try to get after it. So
That's the big thing. Get after it.
get after it.
Start doing it. Have it.
Yeah.
Experience it.
So are we going to start this thing
I think
soon?
we are. We're going to start it. I think pretty soon, but I think first we'll have to wrap it up.
Oh,
and
no.
restart it.
How can we end it when we haven't even begun?
Well, that's just, you wasted all that air, Rex. That's what you did. I made you waste all that air just so that I could restart it and then give you direction.
Just so that you can push go on the pad case
Well, no. Now the idea is maybe I can keep you on track for the actual
for the actual
for
thing.
the actual thing.
Good
Yeah.
luck.
Yeah,
right.
see.
So
There it is.
Okay, well-
There's the tie back around. But
yeah. So well, Jakey, this was fun.
this has been a fun one, Rexy boy.
Yeah.
It's a little. It's exactly what I wanted. Yeah.
Oh, here
It
it comes.
is. It's exactly what I
Dead
hoped
air.
for.
There wasn't dead air. There was entertainment all the way around. There was engagement. There was interaction. There was
Be one of
goofy
those guys
faces.
that smiles with both teeth.
Yeah, with both rows.
You know that guy.
When I do it, I look like Jack Nicholson from Batman.
Anyway,
Saucy Jack.
Saucy Jack.
Saucy
But
Jack.
as always, guys, if you really want to be a part of this, if you want to take some action with us and start making your impact felt, check us out, carmencarnic.com. Hit that button, buy some food with us, and let's
Yeah.
see what kind of world we can make with just a little bit of action.
Yeah, find us on the socials, like
Yeah.
we're talking about.
Social medias,
Find
Facebook,
us,
Twitter,
interact
YouTube.
with us. Tell us,
Find Rexy
ask,
Boy.
give me some guff. I
Yeah.
dare you.
Yeah.
Because all I'll do is try to guff you back and make you smile and try to let you realize that
He's
it's
just waiting
already
for
your idea.
That's all.
you
He's
know,
waiting for Guffey.
I can't change your mind on what you've already made up in your heart. So all we need to do is get you to remember that this is what your function was. Is
Bingo.
to have a little bit more creation than you have consumption, because that's the universe.
Yeah.
So when you remember that and get back to it, you'll come knocking. You'll come and find us.
And guess what? We'll be right here.
Yeah, we ain't going.
We'll be
nowhere.
waiting.
Yeah, we'll be hanging.
That's
around,
our action. Is we'll be here
driving each
talking
other
about this
crazy.
stuff, having a good time, and
Driving him crazy.
driving everyone crazy.
And check out some of those old DDKs and me just be. There's ones of there where the whole purpose was me bugging you. Remember those?
Yeah.
I
We
read them, I'd be
literally. I'm telling
hey,
you.
watch this.
Yeah.
That was me being a English.
see,
Yeah.
I'm not touching you.
Peter
There's
Dinklage.
that kind of shit in there somewhere. I know.
Real Peter Dinklage.
Mhm. A right Peter Dinklage.
Yeah.
Not a left one, a right one.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but until next time, Rexy boy, love that life, man.
You
Good
too.
times. Say your thing.
Karma out.
That's it.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Hmm.
Oh, now it's gonna end it twice.
3 times.